Hello, welcome to my update to my guide. I'm just going over Carnage as it's the only one that's been changed since. I'll leave a link in the description to the original guide. I'll also go over gearing a little bit more, but it's still very much the same as the new augments only give plus 28 temporary stat. With 5.6, Carnage was basically turned into easy mode, benefiting PvP, but not really PvE, as this is the second nerf to Carnage, PvE-wise, and it won't be performing like it used to at all. However, for PvP, you lose 2 abilities in total in both windows. One for each window. Since now that regular Frosty, you only get 2 stacks, and Berserk Ferocity you get 3 stacks. Both stacks last for 10 seconds, meaning if there's a window of downtime, it is possible to chain another Ferocity window right after the first, which is great with some downtime, but overall it doesn't help that much because you're not going to be able to, use double Devastating Blast and Gore, because it'll still be on cooldown. However, it's really nice for whenever you get CC'd or mezzed out and you had to already use your Frosty. The main reason I don't like this change is that nobody can outplay you unless they do it for a whole 10 seconds, which is usually not very likely. All those well-timed electrocutes or knockbacks during Frosty won't mean a thing anymore, which sucks, but it's also nice with the abundance of CC there is. Your priority system doesn't really change, but since it's stack based and no longer time based, I'd recommend using Gore then Devastating Blast, or Gore, Vicious, then Devastating Blast. The animation is a bit longer and it's a bit wonky. I wouldn't normally do it this way if it was still a window of time, but it is now stack based. Also, you should probably already do this if this is the first time you're hitting this target, because Gore applies Sunder. And if you do not have Berserk up, Gore should take priority over Vicious because it hits harder, plus it applies Sunder. So when you're not using a Berserk window, do not clip. It's probably going to be hard for a lot of people that are just so used to it. It's definitely a challenge for me. Now for gearing, I will show you my gear. It hasn't really changed since the last video. I do have some of the new augments, so for Fury, I can maintain 1.3 second global cooldown, which is great. All I needed was like plus 10 alacrity or whatever for that. But I would say overall, the augments are definitely not worth 10 mil, which is like the current price. It does, you maybe gain about 80 bonus damage, which is great. But the main reason I've only bought some is so that I can run Fury with 1.3 second global cooldown without having to give up anything. Plus, I wanted to try the more crit. I have a text guide explaining the stats a little bit more. I'll leave that in the description for you guys to look at and decide what you want to take, because it's still very minimal at best. I also leave a link to the original guide, and I believe I've covered everything, so thank you for watching.